How's everybody going? Anxiety ASMR. Anxiety forget his headphones ASMR here. Let me get this plugged in real quick. I am in a really good mood right now because I met somebody really cool today. And we talked a lot, which was really cool. I don't normally meet really cool people. But we're gonna do some sound assortments here for y'all. Just some random sounds to help y'all fall asleep. I'd like to know how everybody's day's going. And I'd also like to transfer some of the good energy that I've got going on here to you. Alright, I'm back. I hope that, I tried to do, the same transition there where, I widened my eyes when I paused it and had them widened when I come back. But, back to the sounds. Let's try a different color on the... God. Let's try a different color on the microphone here. Let's see what color's next. Oh no, I don't like that. Oh, blue. Blue's my grandfather's favorite color. Do y'all like blue? He likes blue. I was riding my foiler around today, and it backfired real hard and blew the whole tailpipe off of it. It's got that much tailpipe remaining. I thought that was hilarious. It was a cheap little foiler. I paid $100 for one and kind of refurbished it. And yeah, that happened. Yes, that is a wheelchair behind me right here. It's my gaming chair. My other gaming chair. And on a side note, oh, you can't see it, but up there on my hammock over there, it's held up by a chain now. Because I was swinging in it earlier watching YouTube, and it snapped and threw me into the floor with the force of 1,000 suns. And I had some other person tell me on YouTube in the comments that I should talk more because they liked my voice and it was really relaxing or something, and I thought that was really cool. Let's get into it with the microphone brushing. I like microphone brushing. Do you like microphone brushing? Microphone brushing was one of my favorite triggers for a while. But I also liked it when they'd take the brush and do that. Brush your face. I want to brush your face. Brush away all the negative stuff. stuff. You still got a little bit in there. There we go. Now can you close your eyes for me? I gotta clean out your ears real quick. I said close your eyes. I ain't got a binaural mic, so we're doing both ears at the same time. There we go. You can open your eyes now. Your ears are clean. Those things were filthy. Alright, filthy. Filthy. And somebody also commented on one of my videos. I didn't understand if it was like a hate comment or not, but it made me laugh. For the simple fact I didn't understand what he meant. He typed, it's a bug, not a feature, on one of the videos, and I can't remember if that was the video where the fly flew past the mic. But it did crack me up a little bit. I didn't understand what he was talking about. Either way, hate comment or not, it was funny. So I gave him a little heart. I told him I didn't understand what he was talking about. Don't I look goofy missing a tooth? At least I'm not missing like one of my big front ones. You know how hard that is to explain to people though? Like, why I'm missing that tooth. I know I've told the story before, but for anybody that doesn't know or is new or haven't seen the video, I thought it would be funny to stick a toothpick in between my bigger teeth, because I figured out I could. Like, I stuck the whole thing through it, and it chipped that tooth right there. It didn't chip it that bad, but of course, me being me and me being in school, I used it as a reason to get out of school. And so the dentist, because I'd always say my tooth hurt or something, and so the dentist decided that they were going to put a crown on it, and they ground it down too small. And I was sitting in class one day, and I have a real bad habit of chewing on things, or I did, and I went to bite down on a pen, and it just kind of cracked out. And I was sitting next to one of my good buddies when it happened, and it was pretty embarrassing, but at the same time, the sheer joy I had to look over at him and just go, and there wasn't a tooth there or here. Dude, I'm pretty sure he was laughing by the time school was out, because it was just perfect. And I'm holding my tooth in my hand. He's like, what happened? I was like, I don't know. It just came out. There was also one time, there's a big old hill out behind my house that leads down into a creek, and we were sliding down it in like trash cans and stuff, me and my buddies. And I can't remember what they are, but they're from Taco Bell. They're like little bread things, and they got like cream in the middle. but I used to really like them because I used to eat a lot of sweet stuff. And he bet me a 20 piece of those that I wouldn't slide down it backwards. And me being me, I was like, you're on, bud. And so I saddled onto that trash can backwards. And I guess I just chose the wrong part of the hill or whatever. And as I went down it, I got caught halfway. And it's not no big hill, but it's like real steep, you know. And I flew off of it and landed back first into the bed of the creek because there was no water in it at the time. And knocked the breath out of me real bad. But of course I didn't care. I was about to Cinnabons. They were called Cinnabons. Of course I didn't care because I was about to get a 20 piece of Cinnabons. And he was so reluctant to buy me those because I guess he didn't think I'd actually do it. But of course I did do it because I was hungry. I guess I'm just gonna try to tell some stories here while I make sounds. There was one time we had this fighting rooster that we got from these people named, what were their names? I can't remember, but they were old people. And I love chickens. I've always had chickens since I was a kid. Well, I haven't had them, but they've walked around our property because they were here since we moved here back in '99. And I was messing with it, you know, because I didn't think that it would. I didn't understand. And I think to this day, I still got a scar on my forehead because I was sitting down and that little dude just ran up to me and messed me up. And needless to say, we don't have that chicken no more. Well, it was a long time ago, so it'd probably be dead by now, but yeah, that chicken didn't make it very much longer after that because I didn't like its little actions. I'm not no cruel person to animals or nothing. I love animals, like I love them to death, but you're not gonna do that to me, even I'm the one that feeds you. There was another time too, not with a chicken, but I was out with one of my buddies back in the day, and we had got this truck. Tiny tinkle tube, tiny tinkle tube, tiny tinkle tube. But we got this truck that we most definitely should not have had at that age. And we discovered a big old dip in the ground by his house. And for a long time on this YouTube channel, before I started making ASMR, there was a video of him jumping that truck in that dip, which I always thought was so funny. I remember one time I was on a dirt bike going across the creek. Like if the creek was this way, I was coming down it like this and went to turn to go across the little bridge going across it. A little dirt bridge. Going way too fast. And I didn't make the turn. I'm so lucky I didn't break anything. That was real bad. And then I used to raise mayhem with that dirt bike. All my neighbors would be calling the cops on me. But of course, like, none of them ever asked me to stop or anything like that. If they'd just come out and be like, hey, look, you know, could you chill out with the dirt bike? But of course I was on my own property because we got a bunch of private property around through here. And there's just one little cul-de-sac that's got houses in it. And they hate me. They absolutely hate me. But none of them have ever tried to have a civil conversation with me. Which is so odd to me. Have any of y'all ever rolled out of a bunk bed before? Woke up halfway before you hit the ground? I've done that hundreds of times. Let me know in the comments if y'all would like to hear any more stories I've got plenty of them. You know, like, I meant like the tingle fridge over here. Getting this fridge was a story in its own. I had to drag it out of the woods after a month of waiting. I remember one time me and my buddy Ethan, we went into a cave that we went into many times before, which is the reason I have that tattoo right there. That tattoo is, a lot of people think it's icicles, but they're actually stalagmites. But we got all the way back in this cave and we had to crawl to get to the back of it, to stand up in this kind of a little open spot that went down into another smaller hole. And we got all the way back there and realized there was no oxygen in the cave. And we had to fight to get back out. It was real bad. Got some baseball cards here. 500 subscriber special, so it's gonna be an hour long or longer. And I might do 2 videos, but I'm definitely gonna try to do the hour-long video tomorrow. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys sleep well tonight, and I hope y'all enjoyed the stories. And if y'all want to hear any more stories, let me know in the comments. I'll see y'all tomorrow.